sweetheart. Welcome to Sunday Sanctuary. Before we begin, I want to gently remind you that these cards are not here to predict your future or tell you who you should and should not be. They are simply an invitation to pause and to reflect and to listen to the quiet wisdom that already lives within you. They're pretty much confirmation to what you already know. So I would advise you to take what resonates and with your heart and leave what doesn't, and trust yourself to know the difference. I'm drinking tea today, of course. I love my tea, and the tea that I'm drinking is actually green tea with a bit of ginger and a bit of honey and lemon in it. Just, trying to take care of the body because it really takes care of me. I found ginger to be helpful with the days that I might experience inflammation in my body, and we all, have our days of different feelings within our bodies, so we do what we can to take care of it because, like I said, it takes care of us. So, take you a slow sip of the tea and take a deep breath and allow your shoulders to soften. And you made it through another week. Yes, congratulations. And that in itself is something worth honoring. Like, don't not honor that, I am reading from the territorial cards, which I love those cards because they kind of explain tarot. I would advise them for anyone who's actually considering, studying tarot for themselves. I love my oracle cards too, especially these situation cards that were created by the beautiful Raquel Choice. They're beautifully made. I love those. And these are my Ascended Masters card. I love these cards too because, if you have no idea what or who Ascended Masters are, you can think about Jesus or Muhammad or Buddha or Lakshmi. Those are considered your Ascended Masters, but these cards have oracle messages as well, and I love the oracle messages. This one gave me 2 cards, so we're gonna take both of them kindly. Thank you. We'll thank these cards for giving us the information that we need. I usually don't read the tarot in reverse, but today I'm being led to actually do that. So if this is up for you or down for you, we'll read both just so that the 7 of Swords might represent one way or the reverse, because it actually came out in the reverse, but I flipped it over. So I'll read both. The 7 of Swords here, the definitions or the synonyms that it gives is the word trickery, deception, betrayal, sneaking around. It clearly says that someone's sneaking around. And you may also be noticing or indicating, the card may be indicating that you need to prioritize your something. Something needs to be prioritized. Uh, Find shortcuts to get through your responsibilities efficiently, to get more off of your plate so that you can focus on the bigger picture. So, some people could be sneaking around, and whatever purpose that is, that's your purpose, that's your business, it's not mine. But it is saying that some of you need to prioritize some things. It could be your family, because the family came out, your inner circle. You may need to prioritize them. There may be some responsibilities that are you have within your family that you are not prioritizing, and you may need to do that. It also, it's here to tell you to find shortcuts to get through these responsibilities efficiently. Some of you may have too much on your plate, and during these times, it's possible. We all have those times where we have a lot on our plates, and just if we prioritize and organize our lives and make it simpler for ourselves and for our families, we can get through it. This card also has, if you're into astrology, the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius elements, and the air element. In the reverse, it's speaking of the imposter syndrome. Some of you might not feel like you belong, and you have this strong sense of imposter syndromes. You may feel like the black sheep in your family, and some of us are because of our beliefs. But I would like to focus a bit on his family and inner circle, because the Seven of Swords may not even be tied to this family card. This family card is probably just for someone who needs to focus more on their family. There could be some people who are having issues with their family, and we all do, okay? I've actually found friends who I actually consider family more than I actually consider my blood relatives. We can't choose our family, but we can choose our friends, and we can create our own family and our own inner circle. This picture is actually a joyful light picture. It looks like a male figure, or it could be a female figure. And he's swinging, or she's swinging, two children around in the sunset. Some of you may be trying to start a family, and some of you are wanting to start a family, and some of you may have just started a family. Best wishes to those who plan to start a family and want to start a family. I personally have a family of my own, and I feel like my family, my immediate family with my children, it's some sweetness. I love my children very dearly, and they love me, and I know it. Some of you may not have that with your children. Some of that you may not have that with your parents. But know that loving yourself is the most important thing in the world. I've found that once I begin to love myself, I can see the love within the people around me, within my family, within my children. So yeah, family card is, you may have found your family, you may have found your tribe, and I want you to know that you are family here, you are tribe here, you are loved here. We're happy to have you here, and I would love to bond with you as a family because in times like these, we need people. We really do. Yeah, so we have the Ascended Masters card, and I'm not really sure if any of you are familiar with Lakshmi, but Lakshmi is like a Hindu goddess. She's very beautiful, and I'm feeling those colors of yellow, or maybe golden is the color. It's also the color of the family card. They both have similar colors, and some of you may be living your life like it's golden. You got a flow of prosperity. Wow. I consider this as a great card. Like, some of you may be getting ready to come and experience some prosperity. Some of you may have already stepped into your prosperity. Some of you may be prosperous through your family. Wow, it's beautiful. There's an elephant in the background. I'm not really sure if you can see it, but I always see elephant as a sign of strength and power. Love elephants. And here you also see greenery. That could be money. Somebody could be getting ready to, get some money. But I'm hearing that some of you need to step out of the, again, imposter syndrome, so that your prosperity can flow. Some of you have found your family, you found your people, and there's something you should be doing with these people. And the flow of prosperity awaits you with these people. But you can't deceive yourself. You can't betray yourself. You can't trick yourself into thinking that you don't belong. Because you do belong. You belong. It's your time. The flow of prosperity is here for you. It's waiting for you. But you need to look within yourself. You deserve this, okay? And if you have a hard time trying to figure out what it is, or a hard time deceiving yourself, I would suggest, just as this card came out, for you to retreat to nature. Go outside. Put your feet in the grass. And if there's concrete outside or nowhere for you to put your feet in the grass, just take a small walk, a short walk in nature. Breathe a little bit. Let go. Touch a tree, hug a tree. If you have plants and you can't go outside, spend some time with your plants. It's important for you to go outside. You have to remember that this life, when this world began, we didn't have cars, and we had shelter and things like that, but people were outside. I was fortunate enough to grow up in Mississippi, and I was fortunate enough to be outside. The other day I asked my mom, hey mom, like, do we still have that magnolia tree? Because in the South, they're starting to cut down more trees. And she told me, yes, we still have the magnolia tree. And I remember the magnolia tree being somewhat of a stress reliever for me. I would lay under the magnolia tree. I would smell it. I would touch it. I would and it was the only place there that didn't have bugs, which was interesting because you can lay on the ground and not have to worry about being bitten by ants or bugs. But it was a wonderful experience, and I'm glad that I experienced that, and I'm glad that I have that memory because I understand the value of being outside. I understand the value of going outside and walking and on the ground with no shoes on, and just feeling the warm breeze, playing in the rain. Yeah, this is the Green Man, which can also, when I think of the Green Man, what comes to mind is green is money. Like, these are money colors right here. But depending on where you are in the world and what your money looks like, it could represent anything. But if it's US dollars, this could be your flow of prosperity. And some of you may be doing something or needing to do something outside. There may be some outside work that you need to do in order for your prosperity to flow. It may be a job waiting for you, and it may require you to be outside. And outside could be just outside of your home, outside of your norm, outside of your closed offness, like your closed mind. You may just need to open your mind so that you can receive this flow of prosperity, so that you can experience something that you deserve to experience. I really hope that this reading it benefits you, that you understand. So I would ask you to, right now with me, before we leave this table, place your hand over your heart. Take a slow, deep breath and silently thank yourself for showing up today. Listen, you're worthy. You're worthy of rest. You're worthy of joy. You're worthy of beginning again as many times as you need. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. I really appreciate it. And may this message find you exactly where you are. May it bring you peace, the peace that you need, and remind you that there's always a place for you here at the Luminous Dialogue. I love you guys. Until next Sunday, take what brings you peace now, leave what doesn't, and be gentle with yourself, sweetheart. Love you, Lumi.